God damn it. I got trolled by physics.
Ooh, wait, what you do?
I got trolled by physics, that's all I'm gonna say.
I'm really curious now.
Good.
That's not. I'd really prefer to know.
Stick around until the end and I might just reveal the secret.
What? On the next episode.
No, simply put, very, very, very simply put, I spilled and I had to clean up.
Understandable.
So, yeah.
Okay, I think I've got an idea.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Of course, Chrome is being poopy again. Doesn't want to work.
Why would anything ever work?
But just because you don't want to work doesn't mean everyone else doesn't want to work.
Wow. Get a lot of this guy.
Am I crazy or are you just kind of quiet today?
Yeah, you're probably just crazy, to be fair. That seems like the most likely scenario.
Both. Let's just go with both.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pop this out, put this over here, and then...
Behold.
Hold on, Discord.
I was thinking for next episode we could invite like an actual Christian believer or like a Jehovah's Witness or something. I just have an interview of them. I fucking will. I don't fucking think I won't.
You suck, Terrace. I just... You know what you should have said? Witness me. Sorry, I meant Jehovah's witness me. I don't think I could even begin.
Behold.
Like, all the questions I would have for someone like that, so...
Well, I guess you prefer questions, I'll find a victim.
We'll see.
I'm just gonna go to the Christian fucking subreddit, find someone, just so we can relentlessly belittle them, which will make me probably even more like, highly increase my chance of getting banned there.
Just put a post on the subreddit. I just finished reading, however much, half of the Bible, and I have so many questions.
No, I'll just mention it's we're gonna ask questions for a show.
A show of disbelief in God.
No, they don't need to know that.
No, we're not telling them. It's just...
Yeah, that'll be for us to know, for them to find out.
It's kind of like when you walk in and then it just says something, and then after you walk in, the sign falls off and it says something completely different. More like that.
It's like when you're supposed to go right, and then the sign gets adjusted to show left where it's supposed to go.
Yeah. So it's like a show about God, and then you go in and then it changes, and then like it was taped off, and then you see, oh, it was actually a show about god awful books, like the Bible. Well, recap. We finished Genesis. I think it's Genesis. We started Exodus. It plays at some point in the not too distant, but simultaneously also very distant future after the what was it, the kindred of not Jacob but Israel, but also Jacob.
So is Exodus a sequel then?
I'm not sure. It's I mean, it's definitely not a prequel.
Is it unequal?
I mean, they're equally shit so far.
This is not enough whiskey.
I mean, at first it said something like that it's in the future, or it implied it because the Egyptians had taken or had started their plans to take over and oppress all of them. But then it's also kind of, it was mentioned that, can you scroll around? It was mentioned that somebody was the son of Levi. Yeah, Levi was mentioned. So we just had to infer that it was the great something granddaddy.
Yeah.
We just don't know how far into the future we jumped with Exodus. And then, what happened? Wait, where's Moses again? Don't see him.
He's not. He's back in Genesis.
No.
Wait, no, it's Moses.
Are you even paying attention?
No, I was thinking of.
Where it says
I was
wife.
literally thinking of a completely different person.
Where it says wife. That.
Yeah.
So other not really important characters casually exist, and then Moses is born, and the Egyptian maid, I believe, who would have been in charge of killing him or ordering him to be killed, just put him in a basket, set him out on the river. And
the existence of casual existence implies the existence of a competitive existence.
Have you read the Bible?
Oh, what's funny you ask? as a coincidence might have, you know.
So then someone else found the basket with the child, and for some reason the daughter of Pharaoh decided, you know what, yeah, this child can live. And then Moses gets to live, and then he kills an Egyptian slave driver or something, and does other amazing things, and...
Seems legit.
Oh yeah, and then Skytus says to... What was it? To Moses and his brother? Or to whom? To two people he speaks. Yeah, to Moses and double Aaron. He basically says, get my people out of Egypt. And they're like, no, we can't. They're not going to let us. And then he's going to be like, okay, tell them I said so. And then they had the staff that turns into a snake, and then the Egyptians were like, oh yeah, cool, we can do that as well. Sucks to be you. And then what else? He had to stick his hand in his pants, up his ass or something, and it turns into...
Wasn't it just on his chest?
I don't remember. He puts his hand somewhere and it just turns white and like...
Leprous.
Yes. Something like that. And then he had the third trick. I believe it was 3 tricks, because they were able to copy 2 of them, if I remember correctly. Anyways,
something like really lame.
So then they went up to Pharaoh. It's not the Pharaoh, it's just Pharaoh. Keep getting that wrong.
A Pharaoh.
No, Pharaoh. It's their name, clearly. They went up to Pharaoh. He said nope, and then they're like, well, but Skytus said this, and then they quote literally everything he says, and then I think now is where the plagues or whatever start. Oh yeah, and then they did the river thingy. One of them. Yeah, just puts their stuff in the water, and then everything just turns to blood. There's no more water. Every instance of water just turns to blood, and yeah, they're not able to drink. And now, probably the next plague or whatever follows.
That one guy with a blood drinking fetish.
Also, hello, cat peasant. I think that about catches us up. I think that's what happened. I mean, that's the important parts. Because anything I forgot clearly wasn't that important.
Understandable.
Exodus 8. The Lord also said to Moses, enter to Pharaoh.
The thing out the way, because you can't see words on stream. Kind of really big. The thing.
Well, then you're on the stream.
I am, but that's not the point. Look, I got security updates. Let's open. I'm gonna update my Linux while this is all happening.
Wow, you're a terrible host.
I'm installing Linux updates. Shop.
Yeah, you're a terrible host.
I didn't even realize you left. To be fair.
See, because you're a terrible host.
I thought you were just being really quiet.
You just don't even know what's going on. You're the kind of person that would just host a talk show and just get high, and then
I should make a cat peasant Linux.
And what does that do? It just bans you from your own Linux installation?
Yes.
Sounds good. Exodus 8. The Lord also said to Moses, "Enter to Pharaoh." Ha! Gay! "And you will say to him, Thus says the Lord, release my people in order to sacrifice to me. But if you're not willing to release them, I will strike all your coasts with frogs. And the river will seethe with frogs, which will go up and enter into your house, and your bedroom, and upon your bed, and into the houses of your servants, and your people, and into your ovens, and into the remains of your foods."
Isn't the river already turned to blood?
Yeah, but it can be a river of blood. The river is just basically a stream of a liquid, so it can be a river of blood. I use Arch, by the way.
Wait, isn't like Linux users laugh at Windows users for using Windows? Isn't like Arch Linux users laugh at other Linux users for not using Arch Linux? Don't like they believe that the Arch Linux is superior or something?
No, that's the Arch Linux, and that's. I can't even. I'm sorry. Okay, so frogs will go everywhere and even into your food. So if you have a loaf of bread, the frog will just go.
Well, once again, that one French guy.
You just want to start cutting your bread, and there's just frog inside.
Just looking down like hello.
No, you just start cutting it, and there's just a dead frog inside, cut into pieces, and then you realize, oh hey, my sandwich is already made. Let's go.
Self-making sandwich.
Frog sandwich.
Just spread some mayo on that bitch.
And to you, and to your people, and to all your servants, the frogs will enter. Okay, now that is scary.
Oh no! Are the frogs like 6 foot tall?
I don't want to know. Maybe it's like... hold on, I don't think I can say this on stream, so let me just mute myself on stream.
One man, one jar.
Let's go with that, sure. Sure.
I got something that might be relevant.
Hold on. Where is it? And also, let me correct you. It's one man Jaro.
Oh no.
How much scarier would a frog be if it ran instead of hopped? Just hear plat, 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 plat coming towards you and you look down and it's frog going at full speed. You know, I would be even scarier if it was Dia. Because if the frog is just in platinum, then I'm still above that.
Yeah, imagine it's like your height. Just sprinting at you.
And start seducing you with a Kermit voice. Wait, what?
Wait. Oh my god, wait, no.
No, I'm just, nope. And the Lord said to Moses, "Say to double Aaron, extend your hand over the rivers, and also over the streams and the marshes, and bring forth frogs over the land of Egypt." And double Aaron extended his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. Then the sorcerers also, by their incantations, did similarly, and they brought forth frogs upon the land of Egypt. Oh wait, so the sorcerers are on double Aaron's side, and they're just copying what he's doing to reinforce it. Am I supposed to share this, or like?
You can, yeah.
Are you aware that there's going to be no sound?
Yeah, you don't need sound.
Okay.
This is
nice.
this is what happened to us after we read the Bible.
No, that should be the opening for the stream where we actually get to the section where Shut up! I'm trying to talk. Where we actually get to the section where Jesus is a thing.
There should be a fucking sub-emote fucking thing in the animation screen pop-up notification thing.
You know, there's animated emotes on Better Twitch TV. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, I mean like the thing for the fucking
Yeah, but
the on-stream notification.
Yes, but do I have the permission to use that video?
You do now.
Ah, okay. Thanks.
I'll fucking get you the fucking permission.
Sure, go ahead. I mean, why not?
I'll literally get a fucking written PDF signed by the fucking creator.
But Pharaoh called Moses and double Aaron, and he said to them, "Pray to the Lord, so as to take away the frogs from me and from my people. And I will release the people, so as to sacrifice to the Lord." Wait, so he's already giving in after just blood rivers and frogs in his ass? Weak.
Yes.
And Moses said to Pharaoh, "Appoint for me a time when I should petition on behalf of you and your servants and your people, so that the frogs may be driven away from you and from your house and from your servants and from your people, so that they may remain only in the river." And he responded, "Tomorrow." Then he said, "I will act according to your word, so that you may know that there is no one like the Lord our Skytus. And the frogs will withdraw from you, and from your house, and from your servants, and from your people, and they will remain only in the river." Okay, so what just happened? So there's the second plague, and now Pharaoh calls the two, and he says, "Please pray to the Lord so that they go away. And if you do so, I will let the people go." And then Moses said, "Okay, give me a time when I should petition for them to go away." And Pharaoh says tomorrow instead of like right now? What? "I will act according to your word. And the frogs will withdraw." Okay. That's a little convoluted in terms of phrasing, but yeah, basically that's what happens. Pharaoh's asking them to make it go away, and he's willing to, or he's at least claiming that he's willing to let the people go. And Moses and double Aaron departed from Pharaoh, and Moses cried out to the Lord on behalf of the promise that he made to Pharaoh concerning the frogs. And the Lord acted according to the word of Moses, and the frogs died out of the houses, and out of the villages, and out of the fields. And they gathered them together into immense piles, and the land was polluted. Then Pharaoh, seeing that relief had been provided, hardened his own heart, and he did not listen to them, just as the Lord had instructed. And the Lord said to Moses, "Say to double Aaron, extend your staff and strike the dust of the earth, and let there be stinging insects throughout the entire land of Egypt." And they did so. And double Aaron extended his hand, holding the staff, and he struck the dust of the earth. And there came stinging insects upon men and upon beasts, but not upon women apparently, and not upon cattle. All the dust of the earth was turned into stinging insects through all the land of Egypt. Just the dust? All the dust?
Just dust, okay.
So, like, if you were to smack a piece of furniture, there's just insects coming out?
Let's go with yes.
And the sorcerers, with their incantations, did similarly, in order to bring forth stinging insects, but they were not able. And there were stinging insects as much on men as on beasts. And the sorcerers said to Pharaoh, "This is the finger of Skytus." This? Is this what they did? They just walked up to him and were like, "This is the finger of Skytus." Like, what? And the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not listen to them, just as the Lord had instructed. The Lord also said to Moses, "Arise at first light and stand in the sight of Pharaoh, for he will go out to the waters." Which waters? "And you will say to him,
waters.
Thus says the Lord, release my people to sacrifice to me. But if you will not release them, behold, I will send upon you and upon your servants and upon your people and into your houses diverse kinds of flies." Ooh, not just one kind of fly, no, diverse kinds, the worst. Wow. "And the houses of the Egyptians will be filled with diverse kinds of flies, as well as the whole land in which they will be. And in that day I will cause a miracle in the land of Gotham, where my people are, so that flies will not be there. And you will know that I am the Lord in the midst of the earth." I just realized something.
Go on.
You played Binding of Isaac.
Way more than you should, yes.
No, I played way more than you should.
False.
How many hours?
Wait, I'll double check.
Okay, while you check that. So, diverse...
just under 500.
Well, okay, I'm somewhere in the 400, so it's basically the same amount.
No.
So, diverse kinds of flies. You know how there's diverse kinds of flies in Binding of Isaac? There's the ones that don't harm you, the ones that slowly fly at you, the ones that fly in sort of circular movements, the ones that split up, the ones that just bounce off walls and explode. There's so many flies.
Yes.
It all makes sense now.
Yes.
Good. No, cat peasant, you didn't. Horse flies, cat flies, pony flies, time flies. I will set a division.
You know what else flies?
My fist into your face if you don't shut up?
No, elephants if you throw them hard enough.
"And I will set a division between my people and your people. Tomorrow this sign will be." And the Lord did so. And there came very grievous flies into the houses of Pharaoh and of his servants and into all the land of Egypt. And the land was polluted in this way by the flies. And Pharaoh called Moses and double Aaron, and he said to them, "Go and sacrifice to your gods in this land." And Moses said, "It cannot be so, for we immolate the abominations of the Egyptians to the Lord, our gods." Wait, what? Moses said it cannot be so. So basically, no, can't do that. "For we immolate the abominations of the Egyptians." So, is he saying that he's just gonna burn down Pharaoh's entire folk?
Possibly.
Or are the abominations of the Egyptians, is that the flies? "For if we slaughter those things which the Egyptians worship in their presence, they will stone us."
Rock.
What does this even mean? I literally don't understand.
We will rock your theme starts playing.
Okay, cat peasant, help. Terrace is clearly not competent.
I am very competent.
Okay, explain to me what this means.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, good talk.
They plan to kill the things that they worship.
Okay, and what do Egyptians worship?
It's not specifying it, funnily enough.
Okay, and what are they? And what are they immolating? What are the abominations? So Egyptians worship. So maybe Egyptians worship flies, and if they were to kill all the flies, then the Egyptians would stone them. So to prevent that, they just burn all the Egyptians.
That's a very interesting theory.
That would, at least based on this part that I highlighted, would be logically consistent. It would be weird if the Egyptians worship flies, but that would add up. What do Egyptians worship? Cats? I don't know. "We will sojourn 3 days' journey into the wilderness, and we will sacrifice to the Lord our gods, just as he has instructed us." And Pharaoh said, "I will release you in order to sacrifice to the Lord your gods in the desert, yet you may only go so far. Petition for me." I still don't understand.
button. Okay, I got a way to fix this. I got a way to figure out what that's actually supposed to mean.
The abominations.
Whatever.
Okay, so I'm thinking maybe they make some kind of sacrificial altar or something, where they build a scarecrow that's supposed to symbolize the Egyptians, and then they burn it down.
Wait. Just wait. Just wait. Hold.
I'm holding. What am I holding?
There you go. Have various translations from various books and things. Maybe if you see it translated differently, you might actually figure out what it means.
Moses said that would not be right. The sacrifices we offer to the Lord our God would be detestable to the Egyptians. If we offer sacrifices that are detestable in their eyes, will they not stone us? So basically we can't go because your people will think that we're weird for doing the sacrifices that we do. And then they would kill us. How would they even know what they're sacrificing? They're going 3 days journey somewhere. That won't be right. The Egyptians detest the sacrifices that we offer. We offer our sacrifices here. They would stone us. Yeah, but... Oh, okay, so... Because Pharaoh said, go and sacrifice to your goddess in this land. And they said, okay, no, we can't. If we do our sacrifices here, then... Okay, hold on, I'm
gonna send you the link to this as well, because this actually seems to have like one whole entire Bible in it.
Okay, so they have to go away, and then the Pharaoh said, I will release you so you can do your sacrifice in the desert, but you can't go any further. Petition for me, which probably just means swear, prove, like a promise. And Moses said, after departing from you, I will pray to the Lord, and the flies will withdraw from Pharaoh, and from his servants, and from his people tomorrow. Yet do not be willing to deceive any longer, so that you would not release the people to sacrifice to the Lord. And Moses, departing from Pharaoh, prayed to the Lord, and he acted according to his word. And he took away the flies from Pharaoh, and from his servants, and from his people. There was not even one left behind. And the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, so that even at this turn, he would not release the people. You know, I don't believe in God, but at this point, even if I don't believe in God, I would just be like, okay, either there's some kind of God or they have some kind of crazy biological experiment that they're ready to release on me. I better comply with their bullshit. He's just like, well, they're gonna fall for it this time. This time they're not gonna get me. Oh, they got me again. Well, this time they surely... This time will work. I mean, you gotta give him props for trying, you know? He's not willing to give up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Exodus 9. Then the Lord said to Moses, enter to Pharaoh and say to him, thus says the Lord of the Skytis, thus says the Lord Skytis of the Hebrews. Release my people to sacrifice to me. But if you still refuse and you retain them, behold, my hand will be over your fields, and a very grievous pestilence will be upon the horses and the donkeys and the camels and the oxen and the sheep. And the Lord will cause a miracle between the possessions of Israel and the possessions of the Egyptians, so that nothing at all will perish from those things which belong to the sons of Israel. And the Lord appointed a time, saying, tomorrow the Lord will accomplish this word in the land. Therefore, the Lord accomplished this word the next day, and all the animals of the Egyptians died. Yet truly, of all the animals of the sons of Israel, nothing at all perished. Okay, so they lost all their animals, which is a significant source of food.
Yes.
Their water, well, I guess they might have just restocked all their water supplies and everything by now. they had flies in their homes and frogs in their food, so actually all their food is probably gone bad.
Yes, because
so they basically don't have any resources anymore, and they're basically just gonna die because they don't have any animals they can slaughter, and all of the food resources already they had before were ruined by frogs, basically. Dude, imagine if you have a loaf of bread and you cut it open and then it just starts playing Crazy Frog. That would be awesome. This is a crazy frog! And then a half-naked frog just jumps out and flies through your room.
And then that thing that chases it just like bashes through your living room.
And Pharaoh sent to see. Neither was there anything dead of those things that Israel possessed. And the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not release the people. And the Lord said to Moses and to double Aaron, take handfuls of ashes from the oven, and let Moses sprinkle it into the air in the sight of Pharaoh. And let there be dust upon all the land of Egypt, for there will be sores and swelling pustules on men and on beasts throughout the entire land of Egypt.
Excuse me. That's rude.
And they took ashes from the oven, and they stood in the sight of Pharaoh, and Moses sprinkled it in the air. And there came sores with swelling pustules on men and on beasts. What?
They're just repeating the same thing.
That's literally the entirety of Exodus so far. Well, almost the entirety.
Just one paragraph being repeated over and over again.
Well, every verse, and then at the end of the next verse, they basically repeat the same. Or it was like, and they planned to do this. And they did exactly what they planned to. Neither could the sorcerers stand in the sight of Moses. Neither could the sorcerers stand in the sight of Moses because of the sores that were on them and on all the land of Egypt. Wait, so whose side are the sorcerers on now? Are they on Pharaoh's side? Because if so, why would they reinforce all the bad spells? Oh, he just turned everything into blood. Let's reinforce that spell. Oh wait, that's our land. Oopsie.
Now they gotta flex. They're like, wait, we can do this as well.
Moses and double Aaron just come along and they just ruin the land, and they're like, ha, I can one-up you, and they just burn all the crops. Ha, see, I'm better at this than you.
I don't need you to ruin my life. I can ruin my life myself.
That was mine. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh. Wait, I thought the heart of Pharaoh was already hardened. How many times can it harden? Can you do me a favor, Terrace, and scroll back up and actually count the instances of...
Wait.
No, because it was mentioned several times that Sky has hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and then it was also mentioned that the heart of Pharaoh hardened, which I presume are separate things. But even if they are the same thing, so even if we take half of the instances of Pharaoh's heart hardening, that's like 5 times by now, I think.
Wait, I'm trying to figure out how many times a Pokemon can use the move Harden. Maybe we can figure out which Pokemon the Pharaoh is.
Nice. Hey Nago, maybe the Sorcerer's Relight is only after, like, are we the bad guys? But they're still doing it, like, they try to copy every spell. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he did not listen to them, just as the Lord said to Moses. And the Lord said to Moses, rise up in the morning and stand in the sight of Pharaoh, and you will say to him, thus says the Lord Skytis of the Hebrews, release my people to sacrifice to me, for at this turn I will send all my plagues upon your heart. Side effects may include dry mouth, nausea, vomiting, water retention, painful reticulation, hallucination, dementia, psychosis, coma, death, and halitosis. Skytis is not for everyone. Consult your Terrace before subscribing.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Nargar.
Why would you do that? What a waste of money. You could have bought a Bible with that money. Whoever did that. I wonder. Thank you. Where was I? Thus says the Lord Skytis of the Hebrews, release my people to sacrifice to me. For at this turn I will send all my plagues upon your heart, and upon your servants, and upon your people. So you may know that there is no one like me in all the earth. I just want to point out, I will send all my plagues upon your heart, so you know that there's no one like me.
Like much?
What's the I don't know the right phrasing, but I guess admission of love will work. Hold on, I can just look up stuff. I know what it's in German.
Do not.
Confession, that was the word. Confession of love. There we go. I
don't think I've ever had that problem.
Admit it. You loved the call you received that you mentioned to me earlier.
Yeah.
Gottes approves. That's Skytis.
I will approve.
Sorry, I can't stay. If you are still here in an hour, I must stop again. Stop what? Stop existing?
Stop the plague. He
Stop
will
the
stop
count.
us. He will stop us.
Well, see you later. I will probably still be here in an hour. Unless Terrace shows weakness again.
Yeah, probably.
In an hour? Oh. You can usually last 2.5. And we're at 40 minutes, so come on. For now, extending my hand, I shall strike you and your people with pestilence, and you will perish from the earth. So basically, I will kill you, but I will also send all my plagues upon your heart, but I will kill you right away. So all of the plagues are basically meaningless to you anyway. That makes a lot of sense. But it was for this reason that I appointed you, so that I may reveal my strength by you, and so that my name may be described throughout all the earth. You know what? That is one weird flex. Do you still retain my people, and are you still unwilling to release them? Hold on, before I continue reading, I just want to point something out, because I almost forgot. This is what the Lord says to Moses to say to Pharaoh. Like, all of this, just say this to him.
That's a lot of things, boy.
Do you still retain my people, and are you still unwilling to release them? So then, tomorrow, at this same hour, I will rain down exceedingly great hail. Such has not been in Egypt from the day that it was founded, even until this present time. Therefore, send immediately and gather together your cattle, which is already dead, but okay, and all that you have in the field, or men and beasts, and all things that will be found outside, not gathered in from the fields, and on which the hail will fall, shall die. Yeah, there's not going to be many things left together, but okay. He who feared the word of the Lord among the servants of Pharaoh caused his... Wait, what? He who feared the word of the Lord among the servants of Pharaoh caused his servants and cattle to flee together into the houses. Wait, who? I'm confused now. The Lord said to Moses, here, say this to them, and then he who feared the word. Who is that? Was there an Egyptian that was listening to this entire thing? Like, what? But he who neglected the word of the Lord released his servants and cattle into the field. Is this like a... What's this? Basically a spoiler? They're just giving us a small peek ahead. Like, there's those people that don't listen, they're gonna die, and those that do listen, they will survive. That's what they're trying to tell us?
Survival of the fittest or something.
Trying to come up with a good pun, but I can't. Rip. And the Lord said to Moses, extend your hand into the sky, so that there may be hail in the entire land of Egypt, on men and on beasts and on every plant of the field in the land of Egypt. And Moses extended his staff into the sky, and the Lord sent thunder and hail, and also lightning, dashing across the earth. And the Lord rained down hail upon the land of Egypt, and the hail and intermingled fire drove on together.
Wait, where did the fire come in?
Don't question the Lord. And it was of such magnitude as had never seen before in the entire land of Egypt, from the time when the nation was formed. And the hail struck throughout all the land of Egypt, everything that was in the fields, from man even to beast. And the hail struck down every plant of the field, and it broke every tree of the region. Well, a tree is a plant, technically, so, isn't it? So that is once again very redundant. Only in the land of Gotham, where the sons of Israel live, did the hail not fall. Wait, but what about all the other lands? Yes, they are not relevant, and they also were just collateral damage, because who cares?
Yes.
And Pharaoh sent and called Moses and double Aaron to them, saying to them, I have sinned even until now. The Lord is just. I and my people are impious. Pray to the Lord so that the thundering of skies and the hail may cease, so that I may release you, and so that you may by no means remain here any longer. And Moses said, when I have departed from the city, I will extend my hands to the Lord, and the thunders will cease, and the hail will not be, so that you may know that the earth belongs to the Lord. But I know that both you and your servants do not yet fear the Lord Skytus. And so, the flax and the barley were damaged, because the barley was growing and the flax was already developing grains. But the wheat and the spelt were not damaged, because they were late. And what?
What?
Huh?
Excuse me. So selective plague is this?
The plague that destroyed all plants and even trees, which are plants, but all plants were destroyed, or whatever the wording was.
Yes.
But except for those that actually... Okay, wait. Conclusion. Flax. No, wait. Wheat and spelt are not plants. Or do not grow on plants, rather, or whatever. That is literally the conclusion you have to draw from that. Hold on. The hail struck down every plant on the field. Unless they're being literal and yeah, the plant is struck down, but it's not dead yet, so technically. Or maybe you know, maybe they don't have their wheat on the field. You know, maybe they have the wheat growing on the street.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Maybe they're very advanced and they have hydroponics.
this book is so bad.
Yeah, it is.
And Moses,
I'm starting to realize this is the translation as well.
The translation is just the icing on the cake. I'm fairly certain that the base text is already just based.
Fucking baked.
No, based. And Moses, departing from Pharaoh out of the city, reached out his hand towards the Lord, and the thunders and hail ceased. Neither did there drop any more rain upon the land. Then Pharaoh, seeing that the rain and the hail and the thunders had ceased, added to his sin. And his sin heart was weighed down, along with that of his servants, and it was hardened exceedingly. Ooh. This is like a double hardening level up? Also, how many times did it harden, Terrace?
Harden. It's very hard right now.
How many times?
Yes.
You had one job.
Yeah, I actually already have a job. I'm the meme entertainer guy, and
Yeah, you're not doing a very good job at that. So that's why you get another one.
understand. Right, that's not how that works. That's no. It's usually when you do a job well, you get a promotion and you do more things. But in reality, it's just a big fuck you.
Maybe post the message in chat and look what it says to the left of your name. Huh. What does that look like to you? Harris, you cannot win. Accept it. You're being Pharaoh right now, you fucking idiot. It was like with Viagra. I don't know. Harris has some experience with that. I don't, so.
Hey. Yeah, that's mean.
You know what else is mean?
I told
Not
you
doing
that.
your fucking job.
What's my job again?
How many times did the Pharaoh's heart harden?
For fuck's sake, I'll fucking count up.
How did Google it? I don't care. Just
I'll
figure it out.
fucking do it. Shut the fuck up.
You know what? While you do that,
Where are we?
Damn it. Okay.
What?
Neither did he release the sons of Israel, just as the Lord had instructed by the hand of Moses. Of Moses. Yeah, that almost sounds like osmosis. Exodus 10. I just realized that this book is called Exodus because they're trying to leave from Egypt.
The answer is 10.
10.
11 after Exodus 10:1.
So up to this point, up to where we are right now, it hardened 10 times. Or
yes.
Okay, well, hold on. Where was the last time?
Literally right there.
There. Thanks. Yeah. Hardening number 10. Exodus 10. And the Lord said to Moses, "Enter to Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart, and that of his servants." Why does it matter if you harden the heart of his servants? They're literally servants. They don't have a say. "So that I may accomplish these, my signs, in him. And so that you may describe to the ears of your sons and your grandsons how often I opposed the Egyptians and wrought my signs among them. And so that you may know that I am the Lord." Therefore Moses and double Aaron entered to Pharaoh, and they said to him, "Thus the Lord, skytis of the Hebrews, thus says the Lord, skytis of the Hebrews." I just realized something. They wasted so much potential. Holy shit. Wait. You know, I'm gonna highlight this entire thing again. You know how the Lord says this to Moses?
Yes.
Why is there no section where Moses repeats exactly this word for word? They could have filled like a quarter of a page with this for free.
I mean, I wouldn't sell it short. They might. Although to be fair, this wouldn't be the first time when they're like, "Ah, yes, tell them this long paragraph," and then they don't. Seems to be a running theme.
Wasted opportunity.
Just like
Therefore,
your childhood.
Thus says the Lord skytis of the Hebrews. "How long will you be unwilling to be subject to me? Release my people to sacrifice to me. But if you resist and you are unwilling to release them, behold, tomorrow I will bring locusts into your borders." Just into the borders?
Not locusts.
Whatever. But into your borders. It's not like into the borders. So if there's a wall, just put them inside the wall?
I guess it's within their borders.
Yeah, I'm
So
assuming
so there's some really poor farmer who's like, his ball sack is gently touching the wall. He'll be safe apart from his ball sack.
I am not sure. It's probably just shitty translation. It's probably inside your borders. But yeah, into your borders. Sure. "And they shall cover the face of the earth, lest any part of it be seen. Yes, and what remains from the hail shall be eaten. For they will gnaw away all the trees that spring up in the fields." So the face of
already all destroyed?
They shall cover the face of the earth, lest any part of it be seen. So literally the entire earth, not just Egypt. The entire earth now. Just want to point that out. They will fill your houses and those of your servants and of all the Egyptians, so many as your daddies and ancestors have not seen, from the time that they rose up over the earth, even until this present day. And he turned himself away, and he departed from Pharaoh. Then the servants of Pharaoh said to him, how long must we endure this scandal? Release the men, in order to sacrifice to the Lord their skytus. Do you not see that Egypt is perishing? And they called back Moses and double Aaron to Pharaoh, who said to them, go, sacrifice to the Lord your skytus. Who are they who would go? Wait, so basically his servants are now talked him into actually giving in, and now he's just asking.
And you thought the servants didn't have a say.
Yeah, I'm very confused now. I thought his heart was hardened times 10, and one of those times exceedingly.
11 though.
Is it 11 by now?
Yeah, it's 11 with the with Exodus 10:1.
Wait, no, that's I have hardened his heart. It already happened. He's referring to it. But that doesn't count.
Understandable.
Let me guess, you counted all of the other ones as well, so it's actually more like 5 times. You suck, because you can't even do your one job.
In my defense, I don't get paid.
You just got a promotion, you greedy, slimy fuck.
How's that a promotion? All I get is more work.
Exactly, and you should be grateful for that. For I am the Lord your skytus.
No, please, no.
I am the Lord your skytus of your daddy? Okay, and he's now asking, who are they who would go? So basically, who are the people that you are asking me to release? Moses said.
What a fucking sentence.
Moses said, we will travel with our little ones and our elderly, and with our sons and daughters, with our sheep and herds. But not the middle-aged ones, because fuck those. For it is a solemnity of the Lord our skytus. And Pharaoh responded, so let the Lord be with you. But if I were to release you and your little ones, who would doubt that you intend some great wickedness? Wait, what? It will not be so. Wait, what is Pharaoh saying now? Who would doubt that you intend some great wickedness? So basically, if I release you now, you not? If I release you now, you will basically want payback. I don't even know what that replacement is supposed to... I see it, I just don't see the point of it. Should have replaced it with... whatever. Bad joke.
That's to need to be a fucking point.
But if I were to read blah 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 blah, it will not be so. However, go only with the men and sacrifice to the Lord, for this too is what you yourselves requested. And immediately they were cast out from the sight of Pharaoh. Then the Lord said to Moses, extend your hand over the land of Egypt toward the locusts, so that they may rise up over it and devour every plant which remains from the hail. And Moses extended his staff over the land of Egypt, and the Lord brought a burning wind all that day and night. And when morning came, the burning wind lifted up the locusts, and they ascended over the entire land of Egypt, and they settled into all the parts of the Egyptian. What the fuck are you doing now? Entire document is lagging. Okay, there we go.
Don't worry about it. Can't just like replace one of the books with the B movie script. Would you even notice? See if I looked right. See if I go through the whole B movie and I actually put in the little chapter numbers along it, would you notice that it's
Probably because some of the characters are missing and lots of the repetitions is missing. And the poor writing.
No, the poor writing is still there.
I don't know, I haven't seen it, so. And they settled into all the parts of the Egyptians, innumerable, such as had not been before that time, nor ever would be thereafter. And they covered the entire face of the land. Oh, it's just land, by the way. Laying waste to all things. And the plants of the land were devoured, along with whatever fruits were on the trees, which the hail had left behind.
But
So basically, so there was the hail that destroyed every plant, but I guess, yeah, some seeds and something were left over, so new plants are now, within a few days, somehow sprouting, okay? And now, there are the locusts that are now finally getting rid of all of it. So after this, there just cannot be any more food.
They're literally... They have no water now. They have no food. They're literally gonna die.
No. Holy fuck, they're dumb. So the water was turned into blood. And then Pharaoh was like, okay, I'll let you go, just revert it. And then they reverted it. And then Pharaoh was like, psych. So now they have water again. And then they did another plague. It was never mentioned that the previous plagues were turned back on. So it's always only one plague at a time.
Understandable.
So they do have water now. Because otherwise I would be very confused. I guess maybe...
Is their water wet?
I mean, maybe they have vampire trees. Maybe they even have boneless pizza.
Boneless pineapple.
And they covered the entire face of the land, laying waste to all things. And the plants of the land were devoured, along with whatever fruits were on the trees, which the hail had left behind. And nothing at all of the greenery remained on the trees, nor on the plants of the earth in all of Egypt. For this reason, Pharaoh hurriedly called Moses and double Aaron, and he said to them, I have sinned against the Lord your Skytus, and against you. But now, release me from my sin, even this time, and petition the Lord your Skytus, so that he may take this death away from me. And Moses, departing from the sight of Pharaoh, prayed to the Lord, and he caused a very strong wind to blow from the west, seizing the locusts. It cast them into the Red Sea. There remained not so much as one in all the parts of Egypt. The Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh. Neither did he release the sons of Israel. Can I just point out how fucking stupid is this?
Yeah.
This is just... So, clearly Skytus has the power to harden Pharaoh's heart, so he has the control over the people. So why can't he just make all the people believe in him and accept him as their lord? Why does he have to do this? Why does he have to flex his powers?
To assert dominance, duh.
And if he does not have control over everyone, and that's why he has to do it, then why are Moses and double Aaron falling for it every time? Why are they not just being like, okay, let us go, and once we finish with all of our stuff, then we will cease the plague. Then we will pray to our Skytus to make it stop. But no, every single time they're like, I'm sure he's reasonable now. Okay, we'll believe you. Just.
I don't think lying was a very common practice back then.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me thrice, shame on you. Hey, Mr. Burns, it only counts as victory if Pharaoh gives in on free will, basically making Pharaoh say uncle. What? What does uncle have to do? What?
What?
Then the Lord said to Moses, extend your hand into the sky and let there be a darkness over the land of Egypt, so dense that they may be able to feel it. And Moses extended his hand into the sky, and there came a horrible darkness in the entire land of Egypt for 3 days. Was the darkness so dense that they could feel it? It's not even explained at this point.
Can they smell it, though?
No one saw his brother, nor moved himself out of the place where he was. But wherever the sons of Israel were living, there was light. And Pharaoh called Moses and double Aaron. How? He's just like, Moses! Because he can't see anywhere, so...
Just yelled until they fucking found them. Like, Moses, I'm here, you fucking idiot. Just standing next to him.
Say, uncle. Give in, surrender. I have never heard that before. 2005, what the fuck? Apparently saying uncle is a thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Reasonable.
Yeah, of course.
Called Moses and double Aaron. He said to them, go, sacrifice to the Lord. Only let your sheep and herds remain behind. Your little ones may go with you. Moses said, you must also permit us victims and holocausts, which we may offer to the Lord our skies. All the flocks shall travel with us. Not one hoof of them shall remain behind. For they are necessary for the worship of the Lord our skies, especially since we do not know what ought to be immolated until we arrive at the very place. Did you at some point replace Skytis or Lord with Lord our Skytis? Or did they just decide that this is now how they're going to refer to him?
I didn't change anything.
Because every single time it's mentioned, it's always Lord your or Lord our Skytis.
Yeah, I think that's a feature.
It used to be, at first it was just Skytis or your Skytis, then it shifted to Lard, and now it's Lard our Skytis? Is he also leveling up?
Yeah, yes, yeah. It's like, wait, hold. I literally have
living under the Thor rune.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
Do you need to share your your screen again for this?
Yeah. I've got literally the perfect thing to describe what.
I just saw that you sent me a message. What the fuck was this about?
Don't talk about it. I can't even remember what I sent you. This is what Skies is doing.
You need to share your screen, you fuck.
Am I not? Oh, fuck.
You fucking fuck.
When did that turn off?
Like half an hour ago.
Understandable.
Okay, hold on. This is on. Lord Skytis has gained a lot of XP during Genesis and Exodus 1 through 9. I mean, he was already, I think it was throughout the entirety of Exodus and maybe already at the end of Genesis that he was referred to as Lord our Skytis, so.
Brilliant.
Where was I? Well, they are necessary for the worship of the Lord our Skytis, especially since we do not know what ought to be immolated until we arrive at the very place. But the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he was not willing to release them. And Pharaoh said to Moses, withdraw from me, and beware that you no longer see my face. Okay, so now Pharaoh is threatening Moses?
And isn't that Moses' job?
I was about to ask if this might be a kind of stupid move, but okay.
just pulls a giant in the reverse guy and a guy with a magic staff.
Just threaten the guy that brings all the plagues and has the power to stop them. Yeah, just. On whatever day you will appear in my sight, you shall die. I mean, can I just point out that Pharaoh's the one calling for him constantly?
Yeah.
Moses responded, so be it. Just as you have said, I will no longer see your face.
Specific.
Exodus.
Just look at his feet.
Yeah, I mean, he'll just have a blindfold on or whatever. Exodus 11. And the Lord said to Moses, I will touch Pharaoh and Egypt with one more plague. And after these, things, he will release you, and he will compel you to go out. Therefore, well, he was right on every single instance before, so credible source so far, I would say. I will no longer see your face. It's a nice line when you walk out on someone. Well, it's also a nice line when you walk in on your daddy being naked. Yeah, that's the noise Terrace would make if he walked in on his daddy being naked.
You're fired.
You can't fire me.
You've been promoted to a customer.
I'm the Lord your Skytus.
Do not.
Therefore, you will tell all the people to ask a man of his friend and a woman of her neighbor for vessels of silver and gold.
Wait, I remember that line.
Tell all the people to ask a man of his friend and a woman of her neighbor. What? Then the Lord will grant favor to his people in the sight of the Egyptians. And Moses was a very great man in the land of Egypt, in the sight of the servants of Pharaoh and of all the people. And he said, "Thus says the Lord, in the middle of the night I will enter into Egypt." That's a menacing threat already. And every firstborn in the land of the Egyptians shall die. From the firstborn of Pharaoh, who sits on his throne, even to the firstborn of the handmaid, who is at the millstone, and all the firstborn of the beasts of burden. I thought the beasts are all dead, but okay, well, whatever. And there will be a great outcry throughout the entire land of Egypt, such as has not been before, nor ever will be afterward. But among all the sons of Israel, there shall not be even a mutter from a dog, from man even to cattle, so that you may know how miraculously the Lord divides the Egyptians from Israel.
They're doing it again. They're outlining the cattle.
Yes, cattle is important.
Why is the cattle of so much importance in the Bible?
I mean, what else? That's their source of meat.
To be fair, we've already established they're not animals. Like it says that outright. That cattle are not animals.
They're a good protein source. And all these your servants shall descend to me, shall reverence me by saying, "Depart, you and all the people who are subject to you. After these things we will depart." What?
Wait, I think I blinked.
Okay, so Moses says that the Lord says, "I'll come in the middle of the night and kill every single child and animal and blah blah blah, but not of the Israel people because they're my homies." And that's how you know how I divide Egyptians from Israel. And then Moses continues, "All these your servants shall descend to me and shall reverence me by saying, 'Depart, you and all the people who are subject to you.'" So basically, they will come to Moses and beg him to leave and take his people with him. "After these things, we will depart." Okay, got it.
Yeah,
and he went out from Pharaoh exceedingly angry. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Pharaoh will not listen to you, so that many signs may be accomplished in the land of Egypt." Now Moses and double Aaron did all the wonders that are written in the sight of Pharaoh. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh. Neither did he release the sons of Israel from his land. Maybe he hardens it by such a minuscule amount that it basically makes no difference, and that's why he can keep hardening it.
Maybe he just really likes when the Pharaoh's hard. Well, maybe the heart just softens and he keeps making it hard.
Possible.
Yeah.
Exodus 12.
Maybe it's just a euphemism.
Terrace, come on, this is the Bible. They wouldn't do such things. They would be very blunt.
They're not that cleverly enough.
Exodus 12. The Lord also said to Moses and double Aaron in the land of Egypt, "This month will be for you the beginning of the month, will be the first in the months of the year, speak to the entire assembly of the sons of Israel and say to them, on the 10th day of this month, let everyone take a lamb by their families and houses. But if the number is less than may suffice to be able to consume the lamb, he shall accept his neighbor who has been joined with his house according to the number of souls that may suffice to be able to eat the lamb.
What?
Sorry, I don't
Side effects
speak
may include
Bible.
Primer, nausea, vomiting, water retention,
What the
painful
fuck?
hallucination, dementia, psychosis, coma, death, and halitosis. This guide is not for everyone.
Kim-
Consult your doctor before
Kim has
subscribing.
joined us.
Thank you for the subscription. Please translate. This month will be for you the beginning of the month. First of all, I just want to point out, remember how when the age of people was mentioned, in several cases there was already mentioned a number of months. So the concept of months already existed, but apparently only like to help us as the reader. But the people in the entirety of Genesis are not aware of the concepts of the concept of months.
Wow. So when did that? When was the month invented then?
Exactly in the part I highlighted. Exodus
Alright.
12.
This
This
is the
month.
invention of months.
Don't speak Catholic. I speak lard. The beginning of the month. I mean, I don't know what else this would be. It will be the first in the months of the year. So yeah, this is now January, I guess, basically.
Wow.
Or whatever. Maybe they had different months back then. Who knows?
Moses created months. What a fucking legend.
No, the Lord said to Moses.
Oh,
Lord
yeah,
created.
Yeah, fair enough.
Speak to
So-
the
wait,
entire
wait,
assembly.
So does that mean he's still capable of creating things? So he didn't run out of his power and is now capable of doing nothing but party tricks?
I mean, he's not really creating month. He's just inventing the concept. It's not like he's just creating a kind of animal. It's just a concept.
Yeah, fair.
So
Just another party trick then.
speak to the entire assembly of the sons of Israel. So basically, talk to all of your people and say, on the 10th day of this month, let everyone take a lamb by their families and houses. So I guess that means every house/family should take one lamb together. But if the number, if the number of people in the house/family is less, then may suffice to be able to consume the lamb. So if you're not enough people to eat the entire lamb, you shall accept your neighbor who has been joined with his house. Okay, so you shall eat together with your neighbor.
Yes.
Okay. According to the number of souls that may suffice to be able to eat the lamb.
So I guess there's like a minimum amount of people that have to be present for a lamb to be consumed.
I guess he just doesn't want it to go to waste. That's actually pretty
So you know
Pretty
what?
smart.
Yeah. It's explained in a really strange way, but
Yeah,
that
so
makes
basically,
sense.
on the 10th day of this month, which, fun fact, they now know that it is the first month. How would they know which day it is? Is it the first day? Is it maybe already the 10th?
No, it's Thursday.
Ah, thanks. Remember, they didn't have freezers back then. I mean, you could literally just extend your hand towards the sky and be like, give us some hail, and then we'll just freeze the entire land with a blizzard.
Yeah, Moses is just a walking fucking refrigerating company.
Screw you, I wanted to make some blizzard jokes about the lawsuit, but you ruined it.
Wow. I mean, you still can.
No.
Wow.
Okay, so there's I'm assuming it's the first day of the first month now, because they just invented the entire concept, so it's probably the first day. So in 9 days they should all have lamb.
One whole lamb.
Is this where the wrath of the lamb comes in?
Oh my god.
And the lamb just fights back?
Just biting bicycle, bro.
Binding of Isaac for the win. I got all my religious education from. I mean, if you were to take some kind of religion test and you played Binding of Isaac and you just answer based on what you know from that game, you probably have a better chance than just blindly guessing.
To be fair, you're probably not wrong.
Like, your details might be off, okay, Isaac was not supposed to be killed by his mother, but rather his father, but he was supposed to be sacrificed, and God demanded it. So, you know, you might be pretty well off by playing that game. If you want to make Blizzard jokes, wait for 23rd of September. No, the joke is gonna be on everyone who's actually buying the game and supporting them. The joke is that nobody actually, well, not nobody, but barely anyone actually cares about all the bullshit Blizzard is doing.
Well, you guys care?
Don't you guys have care? And it shall be a lamb without blemish, a 1-year-old male. Okay, important question. Is the lamb circumcised or not?
Well, for the purposes of this, let's say it for yes, because I really want to see them. To be a circumcised
wants
lamb.
To see a circumcised lamb. Got it.
Yes.
According to this rite, you shall also take a young goat. And you shall keep it until the 14th day of this month. So, 4 days later. And the entire multitude of the sons of Israel shall immolate it toward evening. So, on the 10th day, every group of sufficient people should have a lamb.
On the 10th day of Christmas, my Lord Skytus gave to me.
One lamb without foreskin.
Oh, fuck.
It is because it's older than 8 days. Well, I don't know if that only referred to humans or also anything else. Okay, so 4 days later...
They've stretched the meanings of things before, so let's stretch this meaning as well.
Yeah, just like they stretch the foreskin before they snip it off.
It snaps back like a rubber band.
I mean, don't you know the song from Sia? I've got thick skin and an elastic foreskin.
Can you tie in like a shot like a balloon?
Wait, I thought you were gonna say, can you tie a knot in it?
Yeah, tie it. Yeah, with a knot, like shot like a balloon.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I understood.
Oh.
No, let's not go there. Let's okay, so
well, I'll find you a picture. Wait.
No, I don't want to see a picture of a foreskin with nothing. What the fuck is wrong with you? Help! Somebody is trying to send me pictures of.
Wait. Let me just.
I like how I just heard a zipper.
Never occurred to your own by design.
I just wanted to point that out in case somebody didn't hear it.
Okay, Terrace is here.
Yeah, but his foreskin won't be much longer.
I'll mail it to you.
I've come for your foreskin. Okay, so on day 10...
I hate to buy bits.
Yes, my business plan worked out. I'm finally getting paid again. So on the 10th day, they all are supposed to eat lamb, and then on the 14th day, they have a 1-year-old male goat that they all together, all the sons of Israel, all of them together, one goat, I guess, and they burn it toward the evening. And they shall take from its blood and place it on both the doorposts and the upper threshold of the houses in which they will consume it. Okay, no, so it's every family / group takes one goat. They shall take from its blood and place it upon both the doorposts. Oh, sweet money.
Come for your foreskin.
Place it on both the doorposts and the upper threshold of the houses. So just smear your house just covered with blood. And then I presume it refers to the goat, and then eat the goat. So on day 10, lamb. On day 14, put blood on your house and eat goat.
One whole goat.
And that night they shall eat flesh, roasted by fire, and unleavened bread with wild lettuce. So as far as I was taught in school, flesh refers to human flesh, whereas meat would refer to animal. Thus,
is this? Are we doing some sort of a ritual, or is this just like a diet plan?
it's a diet to make sure that the foreskin of their offspring is most delicious.
It's crunchy.
That's the whole reason why he wanted the foreskin all along. Crunchy's neck.
We just have that picture somewhere.
You shall not consume anything from it raw, nor boiled in water, but only roasted by fire. You shall devour the head with its feet and entrails. Neither shall there remain anything from it until morning.
That's
Wait.
what after morning things can reappear.
I was just about to ask, like, until morning. So, once it's morning, you're allowed to throw up?
or is it he can't take a shit until it's morning?
That? Honestly, that is the most... Yeah, you're not allowed to vomit or take a dump.
Yeah.
That's literally what this must mean. Not allowed to vomit or take a dump. Also, hello, Druthers. It's a kebab.
Side effects may include dry mouth, nausea, vomiting, water retention, painful rectal, hallucination, dementia, psychosis, coma, death, and halitosis. Skytus is not for everyone. Consult your doctor before subscribing.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Druthers.
I found a way to get rich. Just read the Bible.
Step 1, the Bible. Step 2, question mark. Step 3, profit.
Oh. I hope that was a reference to my tweet. Tweet? Well, my tweet is a treat, so... You know what? Just because it's so relevant, I'll find it and pull it up right now. It wasn't that long ago. It was yesterday, right?
I think so, actually. Yeah. Yesterday or the day before. I'll just check a time. It all just blends together.
There. I'm funny, I promise.
Yeah. I can just zoom in really awkwardly.
Shut up.
Fuck. No.
Reading the Bible to get rich has been working for the churches of the world for almost 1,500 years.
That's not wrong.
Quite the good point. How did I not think of this any sooner?
This is literally how churches make their money. Like, you didn't discover anything new.
The Church of Skytus.
Oh my god.
I am your lord.
Start a fucking new religion.
My religion only allows biblical diets. You may only eat bread with frog, flesh roasted by fire, and unleavened bread with wild lettuce. And on the 10th of every day you may eat lamb, and on the 14th goat. But if you take a shit after eating the goat before the morning, sorry, you're out.
You get fucking smite by lightning.
Merchandising. You know, funny that you mentioned that. I actually thought about maybe having some kind of merch available, but I had some trouble setting it up, and then I got too lazy. And I also thought, you know what? How many people are going to care about it? It's not worth the effort. Whatever.
Do it.
I tried. Basically, Stream Elements allows you to set up a merch store relatively easily, and it's supposedly decent in terms of quality, but it literally doesn't work.
Does not use Stream Elements? Question mark.
Yeah, what's the alternative? I would actually have to test, and I would have to. Yeah, it's also complicated.
Just use Amazon.
What if I don't want to use Amazon?
Well then you get fucking shanked.
Oh, good. Sounds like a valid option. Let me. You know what? I'm gonna try one more time. SE merch. Let's see what happens.
I'm gonna go grab some water and I'll be right back.
You know...
I demand sustenance.
How about a goat? Getting way too warm in here. Okay, if anything will have been left over, you shall burn it with fire. Okay, that's kind of wasteful. Now you shall consume it in this way.
Well, after we've burnt it with fire?
No, now. Right now.
Fuck! Where's my life?
I mean, to be fair, he's just announcing all of this. Like, none of this has happened yet. This is what the Lord is saying. It's like this month and then on the 10th. So they're still probably on the first day. So they have plenty of time. You shall consume it in this way. You shall gird your waist, and you shall have shoes on your feet, holding staves in your hand, and you shall consume it in haste. For it is the Passover, that is the crossing, of the Lord. What? You shall gird your waist. What does that mean, actually? Gird?
Press the button and my Discord turned off.
Good. Put a belt around. Okay, so you must be wearing a belt. You must be wearing shoes on your feet, specifically. And you must be holding staves. I'm assuming one staff per person. And it's just staves because he's talking to them out. It's like all of your people must be holding them. So, wear a belt, shoes on your feet, staff in your hand, and eat it very quickly. You know what this sounds like? Have you?
Is he building a military now?
Have you seen Fist of Zen?
No.
It's this stupid sort of game show. It used to be, at least on German MTV. You just have various tasks that you have to do in a group of people, and each task you complete gives you more money, and then you have a final challenge, and if you fail, you don't get the money, and if you do, you get it. And this sounds like one of the tasks. Just put this in your hand, wear this, do this, and do a dance, and do the Macarena while you're consuming this food without throwing up, while I'm giving you laxatives and whatever else. Just what the fuck? Oh, it is the Passover of the Lord. Okay. And I will cross through the land of Egypt that night, and I will strike down all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from man even to cattle, and I will bring judgments against all the skytes of Egypt. I am the Lord. Excuse me, the fuck.
Send Lord pics.
For firstborn cattles.
Fine, they get circumcised too.
So, just to summarize, we're currently on the first day of the first month, and he's telling them, okay, on day 10, do this, and on day 14, eat your lamb, eat your goat. And you must eat your goat in this way. And during the night, during which you may, remember, you're not allowed to throw up or take a dump, I will strike down all the young ones in Egypt. So in 13 days, he will strike down everyone in Egypt, basically. That's like the time frame we're looking at right now.
Brilliant.
But the blood will be for you as a sign in the buildings where you will be. What?
What? Wait.
Blood will just flow into all the buildings where you live? Like, what? The blood will be for you as a sign in the buildings where you will be. Yeah, because they were supposed to be indoors and eating. And the blood, I presume, of all the Egyptians, will be for you as a sign. and I will see the blood, and I will pass over you. And the plague will not be with you to destroy when I strike the land of Egypt. May the plague be with you. They put the lamb's blood on the doorposts. Oh, okay, so the blood is as a sign where you are so that I know where not to kill. Because they're still in Egypt at that point? And... okay. Okay,
right,
you know what?
so
That actually makes sense.
That's why they're gonna murder everyone who's not with them.
So basically, on the 14th day, when they're supposed to eat goat, they're supposed to put blood on their houses. And that's how Skytus will identify the houses that he should not eradicate. Because that's where the good people are. And every house that does not have blood, the young ones will be killed in. Basically.
So Skytus isn't all-knowing.
No, he's a fucking idiot. He's just
understandable.
He's just very eloquent and is good at...
He literally needs a fucking a bright ass marker on a door to know who not to kill.
I mean, it's interesting that they choose blood. I guess if there's blood, maybe he's just planning, you know what, I'm just gonna get shit-faced drunk. And I'm just gonna go on a murdering rampage. And if I see blood, then I guess I've already been there and slaughtered everyone. That's his logic. So the people in houses with blood on doorposts don't get killed. Yeah, that makes sense. Because the omniscient Lord needs a hint to remind him who is who. Yeah. I thought he sent an archangel to do the killing job. What? No, there were no angels mentioned since Lot?
Like really early Genesis.
Like
before
Lot,
yeah.
Before the halfway point of Genesis, I think, was the last time there was an angel mentioned. And I don't know what an archangel is. So
it's an angel that's shaped like an arch.
Ah, okay.
It's like a doorway but with wings.
Ah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Then you shall have this day as a memorial, and you shall celebrate it as a solemnity to the Lord, in your generations as an everlasting devotion. For 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread. On the first day of Christmas there shall be no leaven in your houses. Wait, so which is the first day then? On the first day. So is today, like as in where we are right now, is that day the first day?
Well, if it wasn't, it is now.
On the first day there shall be no leaven in your house. Whoever will consume anything leavened from the first day, even until the 7th day, that soul shall perish from Israel. Okay, so from now on, for the next week, you're not allowed to eat anything leavened. And then stuff will happen until the 10th day, then you have your lamb, and then on 14, you have your goat, and I will kill everyone.
Why is the religion so fucking strangely strict?
Because it's funnier that way.
Just for
Level 2
sake.
angel. Oh, okay. An angel that likes to hold bridges up. It's a day off. I don't want to see it on its day on then. The first day. Are you okay, Terrace?
It's It's an angle.
Yes, it is.
This is a right angle.
No, this is a wrong angle. This entire Bible is coming at it from the wrong angle. Just imagine. Oh, Terrace, why you should go ahead and replace every angel with angle. And God sent an angle to
Oh my god!
do his bidding. And the right angle descended from heaven and said, "Fear not, for I am with the Lord. And I am a right angle of 90 degrees. Perfect in every way." The first day shall be holy and solemn, and the 7th day shall be venerated with the same festivity. You shall do no work in these days, except that which pertains to the eating. So eating ass is allowed, okay. I wonder what might be happening. The entire document is laggy. And you shall observe the feast of unleavened bread. For on the same day I will lead your army out of the land of Egypt. And you shall keep this day in your generations as a perpetual ritual. So on day 1 and day 7 of either the month or the week, you shall not eat... Wait, where was it? You shall not work. I mean, this could be the week. If the week starts on Sunday, then it would be Sunday and Saturday off. But I don't know. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month, toward evening, you shall consume the unleavened bread until the 21st day of the same month, toward evening. For 7 days.
Continuously.
There shall not be found a leaven in your houses. Whoever will eat leaven, his soul will perish from the assembly of Israel, as much with the newcomers as with the natives of the land. Okay, he's just repeating himself.
It's not allowed to eat bread, fuck you.
The diet plan is getting complicated. Actually, Terrace, can you do me a favor? Can you write down the diet plan in a understandable fashion? Just make like a small subtext box or something. So, day 1, no work. No one will do that. I'll try to. Okay. Okay. Let's start with what was it? Day 7? Was it day 7? The 10th day, lamb. Okay. Day 10, lamb. Lamb is not specified any further. So literally just lamb.
Just lamb. Okay. Just lamb, okay.
Oh, sorry. Lamb without blemish. 1-year-old male. Lamb, no blemish, 1-year-old male. And take a young goat, also on day 10. I think you gotta increase the font size.
Or zoom in. Wait.
Amazing. You know what will work. Okay, and you shall keep it until the 14th day. Okay, so day 14. And then I guess just make like a bullet point list for day 14 because there's a lot. And we might have to reorder the lists. So you have to put goat blood on your doorposts and on both doorposts and the upper threshold of. Put blood on both doorposts and the upper threshold of the houses.
Door frame. Frames.
And that night they shall eat the flesh. Okay, I'm assuming that refers to the goat. So eat goat at night. And goat must be roasted by fire. And you have to add unleavened bread with wild lettuce.
Unleavened.
Wild lettuce. 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 Nice. Yes, lettuce. Exactly. Okay. And then I guess extra note: you shall not the goat must not be consumed raw or boiled in water. Only roasted by fire. No raw, no boiled in water. Only fire. Devour head with its feet and entrails. So basically eat everything. No leftovers until morning. If leftovers burn with fire. Okay, so as for the consumption, you must be wearing a belt on your waist, or a girdle rather. I mean, it says gird, so I guess. Just put eating instructions. Hello, slimy sea? Slime ice e? The slim icy? One of those.
Slime ice. Done.
Ah, it's slim ice e. Okay, wear belt on waist. It's important. It can't be over. It must be. Okay, shoes on feet, not on head. And, well, staves in your hands, so I presume 1 staff per person, because how else would you eat? Consume it in haste. People will be struck down, blood is a sign. It's like the precursor to no shoes, no shirt, no
I like this guy already. Can we keep him?
No, bad.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I will see the blood pass over. Plague will be with you. Day as a memorial for 7 days. Okay, so day 1 to day 7, presumably, unleavened bread.
One to 7 is.
I'm highlighting it. Unleavened bread. Wait. On the first day there shall be no leaven in your houses, so... Wait. Or is it the 7 days after the goat, maybe? Maybe it's day 15 to... Because it says, for 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread. On the first day there shall be no leaven in your houses. So how would that work? So I guess it must be day 15 and onwards. Unleavened bread. The one that you have. Also, it's not just day 15.
I know, but I don't know how far it's supposed to go because of my brain did super. At 7. There you go.
And then day 1, no leaven in house. Get it? No leaven in house? No, it's just day 1. Just on day 1. And it's not just no unleavened bread, it's just no leaven in house allowed at all. Leaven, not unleavened. It's no leaven in house, so. And not leavened. This is what I'm working with here. Just thank you. And then you can put in brackets. Wait, and then it says from the first day until the 7th day. Okay, so day 1 to day 7, nothing leaven. So day 1 to day 7, and nothing leaven. And then you can put in brackets, if you eat anything leaven, you will perish, or your soul shall perish. Just some phrasing of if you eat that, yeah. Works. Bread must be unleavened. Go away, because no leaven in the house. Find leaven. Nice, good job, Cat Peasant. Hey, Dark Tanker, you're being reasonable again and going to bed on time. Just for your information, he's from Australia, I believe. So it is currently, I think, almost 6 a.m. for him. So, diet plan, Bible style. Yeah, that's basically... We are reading the Bible and we just came across a great diet. So, we are just trying to write this down in an understandable fashion because... Feel free to read what this diet plan says. The diet is spread throughout all of this.
Side effects may include dry mouth, nausea, vomiting, water retention, painful reticulate, hallucination, dementia,
This church thing is really
coma,
paying
death,
off.
and halitosis. Skytus is not for everyone. Consult your doctor before subscribing.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to dark_tanka.
Oh.
Thank you. So this, well, I don't know why it's highlighting this part on the left, but everything from up here to all the way down here is all like the diet. This is how the diet works. So that's why we're trying to simplify it. Okay, so we were 7th day. Okay, yeah, so if you eat anything leaving from day 1 to day 7, you die. First day shall be holy and solemn, 7th day venerated. Okay, so no work on day 1 and day 7. Except for eating, which apparently is work. Yeah, so you'll have to add some separate notes. It's only day 1 and day 7, not from day 1 to day 7. Important distinction. And you shall observe the feast of unleavened bread. Like, observe the feast, so eat and make sure you watch each other as you eat? What?
Oh.
You gotta add the day 1 and day 7 no work. That's also part of the diet. No, not day 1 to day 7. It's day 1 and day 7. As I literally just explained. You get paid too much. Okay. Diet plan makes sure your firstborn will not die, so pay attention. Yep, exactly. You mess up any of these steps, your child will die. So this is basically the Bible, literal edition. This is the Bible, actually understandable, translated to proper English. Because the translation of the Bible leaves a little bit left to be desired. Let's put it like that. Work pertaining to food probably means cooking. You know what? That would actually make sense.
No. Look at that. It's like teamwork or something.
Like almost as if he understood the English language.
Thanks, Drew, for very
Okay, so on that day, on this day, which day? Which day are we talking about? This must be day 14 now, right? Will lead. No, wait. This must be day 22. On day 22, they will be let out. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month, toward evening you shall consume the unleavened bread. Yep. Until the 21st day of the same month toward evening. Wait. So they must just eat non-stop for a week?
Just continuous.
Toward evening. Okay, they start food. You shall consume the unleavened bread. Makes sense. Alongside with the goat, but I guess that's whatever. That was already mentioned before. Until the 21st day of the same month. I guess that just means that you're supposed to eat. That's just a very complicated way of saying eat unleavened bread from day 14 to 20. No, wait. Evening of day 14 to evening of day 21. For day 21, it's also late. It also says toward evening. It was explicitly specified. For 7 days there shall not be found leaven in your houses. Whoever will eat leaven, his soul will perish. Okay, so once again, just like day 1 to day 7, if you eat leaven, you will die. From day 14 to 21. You shall not consume any leaven. Yeah, duh. In all your dwelling places, you shall eat unleavened bread. Okay, got it. So, this is the diet plan that they have to follow.
or their fucking firstborn dies.
Yes. Literally follow this, or your firstborn will die. Please give me a recap, Terrence. This is too good.
Between days 1 and 7, and no leaving in house, or you will just spontaneously die. On days 1 and 7, no work. At day 10, lamb with no blemishes, has to be 1 year old, has to be male, also obtain goat. and I guess do whatever the fuck you want for 3 days.
For 3 days you shall not have any food because I did not explicitly mention that. Screw you.
On day 14, goat blood on door frames. The Bible specifies all the individual parts of the door frame, but it's the whole door frame. Then eat the goat at night. The goat has to be roasted on a fire, plus unleavened bread with wild lettuce. Cannot eat it raw, cannot be boiled. In water. I could probably boil it in blood or alcohol or something, but you can't boil it in water. Just fire, okay? Eat head, feet, and guts, i.e. one whole entire goat. You cannot leave leftover until morning. If you do have leftovers, you have to burn them.
With
and
fire.
You have to do.
You're not allowed to burn them with anything else.
Oh yeah, you can't burn them with water. And you
or
have
with
to
a
do
snake that turns into a staff.
You have to do all the previously aforementioned tasks, whilst wearing a belt specifically on your waist, with shoes on your feet, not anywhere else on your body, and a stave in your hand. And you have to eat fast, because if you eat slow, your son will die.
If you eat slow, you'll get a speeding ticket. To hell.
What's the speeding ticket cost? 1 child? Oh, fuck. From the evening of day 14 to the evening of day 21, you have to eat nothing but a continuous, really long, unleavened bread baguette. It's just one really long baguette. If you have anything leaving in your house during that time, you will spontaneously die.
Unleavened umwerte. See, one weird trick to avoid infant mortality. Pharaoh was saying, what does the Bible have against yeast? Yes. You do not ask the Bible questions. You just ask yourself why you're doing this to yourself. The author had a nasty infection.
They're scribbling, like you can see that whenever they're mentioning the whole yeast thing, the writing gets more frantic.
Then Moses called all the elders of the sons of Israel, and he said to them, "Go, taking an animal by your families, and sacrifice the Passover, and dip a little bundle of hyssop? Hyssop? The fuck is that?
Where?
Yes.
I can't see where you're.
12:21.
12:21.
Or 22.
Moses called the elder sons of Israel. Go to the animal family is sacrificed.
Okay.
Dip a little bundle of hyssop. Yeah. It's
So it's some kind of herb, basically.
One whole entire herb.
Never heard of it, but okay. And dip a little bundle of... I should probably... What's the pronunciation, actually? Hyssop, okay.
Probably, hyssop sounds about right.
And dip a little bundle of hyssop in the blood, which is at the entrance, and sprinkle the upper threshold with it. And both of the doorposts. Wait, okay. Is this... No, wait, no. Moses is just giving them instructions so they don't have to do it like that. It's just, that's probably the easiest way.
Yeah.
Okay. Let none of you go out of the door of his house until morning. For the Lord will cross through, striking the Egyptians. And when he will see the blood on the upper threshold and on both the doorposts, he will pass over the door of the house and not permit the striker to enter into your houses or to do harm.
What if you do one post, then the top, and then you run out of blood?
Then you're fucked.
Literally.
Then you better hope that your neighbor has some blood left over and doesn't hate you.
It doesn't need to hate you, he just needs to hate your son. What if you don't have a son? Can you just skip?
I mean, was it just sons or was it all children? I don't remember if the gender was specified.
What if you don't have kids?
Everyone would have cattle at that time, I presume, or some kind of animal, and it was every every young, so not just human.
What if you're just an entertainer? You're just following the whole group to entertain them, and they pay you in food.
Then they will enter your house and be like, "Where's your child?" You'll be like, "I don't have one." Ha ha ha! Good one. Everyone has a child. Then and then you'll just be stuck in a long-winded discussion that'll take all night, and you don't get to eat, and you'll just be sad. Don't have a firstborn. You are the firstborn. Yeah. No. I mean, firstborn refers to you just being the youngest brother, but you having children does not make a difference, does not affect you having brothers. Unless, of course, you have children with your own mother, in which case they would also be your brother. Which we cannot rule out because this is the Bible, so valid point. But I don't think that's what you were going for. A good one. I like the idea that you have to make sure you get both doorposts at the lintel, otherwise the Lord might mistake you for some Egyptian who just happened to have goat's blood all over the front of the house. No, we already established. So the Lord probably just gets shit-faced drunk and just goes through and is just going on a wild murdering spree. And then he's like, "Oh, wait, there's already blood. I guess I already murdered there. Let's go somewhere else." So
some random Egyptian accidentally tripped and spilled blood out of his door.
Hey, Stormforce, you read Bible? Yep. Don't ask why you reach this point. Indeed, no. We are halfway through the Catholic public domain Bible written by various people that are very bad at translating. It's great reading it while playing Left 4 Dead 2. If you can read this while you're playing, then I'm impressed. You can listen to it, but I don't think I could read a book while I was playing a game.
Fucking speedrunner while reading the Bible.
Unless, of course, the game revolves around reading. I mean, there are reading simulators out there. I'll say that much. You shall keep this word as a law for you and for your sons forever. Wait, this word as a law? The blood? So you have to so you have to do the blood ritual every month? Every year? Like,
yes.
Book of Numbers. What? Wait, what did I miss? Book of Numbers? What? I'm confused. And when you have entered into the land that the Lord will give to you, just as he promised, you shall observe these ceremonies. And when your sons will say to you, "What is the meaning of this religious observance?" you shall say to them, "It is the victim of the crossing of the Lord when he passed over the houses of the sons of Israel in Egypt, striking the Egyptians and freeing our houses." And the people, bowing down, worshipped. And everyone clapped. And the sons of Israel, departing, did just as the Lord had instructed Moses and double Aaron. Then it happened, in the middle of the night, the Lord struck down every firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh, who sits on his throne, even to the firstborn of the captive woman who was in prison, and all the firstborn of the cattle. Damn, a captive woman in prison? I mean, where else would she be?
Side effects may include dry mouth, nausea, vomiting, water retention, painful erectness, hallucination, dementia, psychosis, coma, death, and halitosis. Skytus is not for everyone. Consult your doctor before subscribing.
Okay.
Pterosaurus gifted a tier 1 sub to Stormforce.
And you get a sub.
I was just about to ask you, is this a new meme? I'm all in for it, sure. Let's make this a meme, just giving people subs. Let's go. You know, usually I would say I don't get paid enough for this, but today I might actually get paid enough. Where was I? Here. That's where I was. This is the basis of the Jewish holiday of Passover. So yeah, a slightly sanitized version happens every year. I haven't talked to you for a while, Terrace.
Yes.
Well,
hello, Storm.
You can meet Terrace not every, but almost every Friday. Otherwise, usually back up on Sunday or on his own Discord. hey, guess what? I can do this. Boom.
Wise.
And Pharaoh rose up in the night, and all his servants, and all of Egypt. And there arose a great outcry in Egypt. For there was not a house in which no one lay dead. Okay, so apparently, literally everyone has a firstborn. I mean, makes sense, I guess. I mean, even if you have children and they have children, you're still technically a firstborn of someone. Or you can be. So I guess, actually, I was thinking firstborn as in child, but I mean, child doesn't necessarily have to be a minor. So, yeah, that actually does make sense that there's a dead person in every house.
It can be a major instead.
Yes. You should do a major in puns.
Like... yeah, Tenka. We replaced a bunch of words with a find and replace for comedic value.
Stop the audio. It's Chris on his channel. I'm confused what you're talking about. They're literally talking about animal fat striking people. Hey, animal fat?
Lard.
Oh. Okay, so here's what happened. Let me try to give you a very, very quick recap. At some point, because I'm such a fucking genius, truth be told, I don't even fucking remember, but at some point I just had the idea, I should try reading the Bible on stream. It would be entertaining. And then about a day or two later, I had an even more genius idea. I should get Terrace to join me. Of course he was in. And then I found, after I found a version that you're allowed to read, because of course technically copyright and all that, but public domain version of the Bible, so we're allowed to do this. And I converted it into a PDF, so sometimes the formatting is off, that's why. That's why the page numbers are sometimes like over here. It was converted from a PDF, so slightly different. But we need to make our edits, like comments here, very important, annotations, and highlighting. Like we highlight certain things because we want to do a best of the Bible when we're done. Like certain verses are just too fucking good. But before we even started reading, the first thing Terrace did, and I did not ask him for this, literally the first thing he did a find and replaced the word God with Skytus. Then we started reading, and the Bible starts out with, I believe, in the beginning, God created something. So I started reading out, in the beginning, and I believe then Terrace replaced every beginning with beninging, and then, what's the next one?
Father and Daddy.
Oh yeah, before we even started, yeah. I think this one we agreed on though. Like before we even started, he replaced every instance of father with daddy. And we...
Oh, Lord Daddy ever Skytus.
And we just agreed to not even acknowledge it, just pretend that it's normal. But I guess we're so far in and everybody got it at this point. But yeah. And then I think the next one, there might be a few minor things, like various names, like Jaycock. And I don't remember all the other people. Replaced a few names, and then at some point, Terrace replaced Lord with Lard. And yeah, we're just slowly improving the Bible by fixing various inconsistencies.
Like triple Aaron.
Exactly. And various other small details that are just confusing, where we have to add annotations, fix some small things, point out redundancies, and just generally make it more enjoyable to read by replacing Lord with Lard. Was patched Bible version 2.0.3. I think it's been translated so many times, we're probably at a way higher version. But this time next week it will be dripping instead of the lard. This is dripping with juicy entertainment. Biblios Tampos. Welcome back, Nargo. Cat Peasant's meme makes sense now. Wait, Cat Peasant's meme? Which one are we talking about?
Yes.
I only know of 2 Cat Peasant memes, and both of them don't make any sense. Or at least wouldn't make any more sense after knowing this. Copyright, at least in English, law lasts for the life of the author plus 50 years. Book is public domain. Translators are saying God died no later, 1971. No, they released it to the public domain You know, it's like you release it and then you just instantly forfeit your copyright. And also, did God write the Bible? He probably had a ghostwriter, a prophet, as they call them. That is Benigni. No, that's very different, actually. Keeps greeting people as that.
Oh, no, do not.
So, did I? You know what? Why not? So, he used to always say greetings. And then sometimes he would also say evening. And one day he fucked up and he said evening. And then he just stuck with it and he never acknowledged it and he just stuck with it and pretended like it was on purpose. And then at some point he merged them into greevenings. And there we are today. It is a self-established meme that he has never at any point acknowledged, for which you gotta give him some props. That is some good dedication. He managed just by himself to establish that as a meme. So, yeah. There's your background update on the background story on all of it.
Praise cat person.
Hey.
Hail!
Hail! Frogs! Fire! Ice!
Maybe hailing things with a German in chat is not the greatest of videos.
Also, that's what they meant when they said... Well, I don't think...
Nation.
I shouldn't say the thing as a German, but I think they just meant that hail should smite down Hitler. That's what they meant.
I think there's more people in chat, so I can do this again.
Lean in and style it out. It works well. Original cat pets copyright. Sure. I am a meme. Indeed. I made you a meme. Also, Grievening's me. Where were we? Okay, so everyone, even the woman who is captured in prison, lost their firstborns. Okay, and Pharaoh rose up in the night, and all his servants and all of Egypt, and there arose a great outcry in Egypt, for there was not a house in which no one lay dead. And Pharaoh, calling Moses and double Aaron in the night, said, "Rise up and go forth from among my people, you and the sons of Israel. Go, sacrifice to the Lord, just as you say. Your sheep and herds take along with you, as you requested. And as you go away, bless me." Wow! This guy has some fucking balls. So recap. How many times did he betray them now?
Yes.
4? 5? And now he's like, okay, please go away, but bless me as you go. The fucking hubris. Holy shit. That is... This guy is alpha. By myself. Good. Well, there are no other petting emotes because nobody's making them.
Apart from me.
Yeah, and nobody requested you to make them. And nobody's making them. That's that.
Just a minute, Sky just says fucking Discord, I'll make some more pat emotes.
You don't know what you just got yourself into. Well, I think you have the hand, so all you need is just the base image, right?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Difficult.
And the Egyptians urged the people to go away from the land quickly, saying, "We will all die." Therefore, the people took bread dough before it was leavened, and tying it in their cloaks, they placed it on their shoulders. So, like OG shoulder pads?
Invention, question mark.
Hey Hex, think it's cute that you decided to change your life after reading the Bible. Have you considered...
I'm just gonna make a website that says like, ooh.
Why is it playing so many times now? God damn it. The sound alerts are so fucking buggy. Sometimes they play once. That's like if you get super lucky. Most times they play 2 or 3 times, and sometimes they just play 5 times. That's when you hit the jackpot.
It's just not fucking stop.
It's so fucking dumb. I gave up. I just accept that it's broken and whatever.
Perhaps there, beyond the desolate wastes of Sweden, you will find a bus too. Or perhaps Zonation.
That one just works fine because reasons I don't even. So no, have you? What I wanted to say, Hex, have you considered that reading the Bible was part of changing my life? I think you got the causation the wrong way around here. There's a website that just adds the hand automatically. You just upload a PNG or whatever and add whatever you want. Well, Terrace, you just got saved a lot of work.
Oh, why?
You meant you became religious first. Yes.
That's the one.
Trying to find anything vaguely religious. Nope.
Just starts looking around like, just putting your pockets like,
I have unleavened bread. Congratulations on finding your faith. Yes, I have faith in myself. That I can just scam all the people by doing this every Friday.
Finding your faith.
Okay, so they have shoulder pads made of dough. And the sons of Israel did just as Moses had instructed. And they petitioned the Egyptians for vessels of silver and of gold, and very many garments. Then the Lord granted favor to the people in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they bestowed on them. And they despoiled the Egyptians. And the sons of Israel set out from Rameses to Succoth. Can you please do a find and replace? About 600,000 men on foot, besides the little ones. But also an innumerable mix of common people ascended with them. Sheep and herds and animals of diverse kinds, exceedingly many. I have one question. What about cattle?
They're not allowed.
Well, cattle is an animal is a kind of animal, so it could be.
No, it isn't. No, we've established it early in the Bible. It's not an animal.
Oh yeah, true. Right. It could be a priest for older people. The children would be scared. Nah, who would be scared of me? What? Cattle are a subgroup of herds. Well, but they're not animals. That's all I can tell you. That was established at the beginning of the Bible, on like literally the first page or second, I think.
First or second page, yeah.
Cattle is like a cat peasant, but a cat.
I think it might actually go a little farther than that, to be fair.
You can do better than that. And they baked the bread, which a little while ago they had taken out of Egypt as dough. And they made unleavened bread baked under ashes. For it was not able to be leavened, with the Egyptians compelling them to leave and not permitting them to cause any delay. Neither did they have occasion to prepare any meat. Now the habitation of the sons of Israel, while they remained in Egypt, was 430 years. I guess that's relevant? So the time span that they are in Egypt is 430 years? So the sons of Israel, and Israel now referring to Jacob, or I mean it must, because they're not in Israel, the land. So yeah, obviously. So that means the sons of Jacob remained for a total of 430 years in Egypt. I think that's we gotta add that somewhere in the. Also, Tanka, I don't think you've seen this yet. Terrace, you do us the honor of zooming out. We were a little productive.
Welcome to the family tree of the Bible.
Zoom in. Yes. It is exactly what you think.
This is
This is the beginning. The beginning.
This is pre-flood. This is Cain that killed Abel so that he's no longer able to do things. But Seth is still alive, so he is able to do things.
It never gets old, unlike those people.
Does.
They get pretty old. Also, take a note, in the top right, it says the age. Yes, literally that's what happened. Sky just took clay and created Adam. And then he did a rip-off. He literally took a rib of Adam, in case you didn't read the Bible. He literally took a rib from Adam and made Eve out of it. And then Eve got them kicked out of paradise, which is why it's literally a rib off. So, but yeah. So, Adam was made from clay and Eve was made from Adam's rib. And then they had 2 children, Cain and Abel, and one of them is no longer able to do things. And then they had further kids, and as you can see, Seth was 912 years old, so they got pretty fucking old back then. And then, yeah, the Bible is very interesting. They mention Seth has a son called Enos, and sons and daughters. That's just like...
I think also every one of them used the rib skip to get a wife.
Yeah, it was not mentioned where the wife came from, so probably just self-spawned a wife. But yeah, it was always like short and add sons and daughters if they're just irrelevant side characters.
If you decide you don't actually need the ribcage, you can have a harem instead.
The diagram is going to get very messy. No, this is... You do it. Darren, can you pull up the old version?
Oh my god!
We already had to switch. Can you do the build your own version? Can you do the print out version? Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Show that one first, please.
Oh wait, let's see if
I remember the rib thing. Yeah, so that's what happened. And then I guess Adam had some spare ribs. Well, at least one. I mean, he didn't have a choice. Skytis literally was just like, yoink. I didn't even think Adam is gone there yet. Someone tell Japan. Well, you need some magic. You need to sprinkle some magic on it probably for it to grow into a woman. But I don't know. I'm not an expert on this. You'll have to ask.
Yeah, I found it. Yeah. Wait. Hello. Yeah.
That was gonna get messy. Zoom in. Can barely read it. I don't think you can read this on stream.
Just open it with Google Talk, so it's not gonna break it.
Loading. Loading. Loading.
It's fine.
Still loading. Wait.
Oh, no, that's already loaded.
You gotta zoom out a little.
That's not.
You gotta top left, in the top left where it says 100%. Top lefter? Yes.
Oh yes, yeah. Fit. What the fuck?
It just yanked all the lines. Amazing.
The lines. Oh yeah. This picture.
You just ruined it. Stop moving it around. You're just shuffling everything.
Shuffling deck cards.
So yeah, Terrace sprinkled a few
foreskin.
A few small memes in there.
Foreskin.
Crunchy snack. So yeah, in case you didn't know, at some point Skytis said to I think to Abraham, I'm basically gonna give you and your offspring all the land, but you have to circumcise every male right now, and in the future every male that is 8 days old has to be circumcised. And then this happens. Wife, I think what happens stays in Vegas. Yeah, the tree. Also, if you see a few weirdnesses, like when it seems like someone doesn't have a wife and they seem to have a child with their own mother, that's not Terrace messing up. That's literally the Bible. Like, who
Side
was
effects
it?
may include dry mouth, nausea, vomiting, water retention, painful rectal, hallucination, dementia, psychosis, coma, death, and halitosis. This guidance is not for everyone. Consult your doctor before subscribing.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to me 1405.
Thank you. Terrace, can you find the 2 girls that did the inebriation thing? I don't remember their names, so. What? And also the one other thing that Terrace showed. Yeah, at some point there were some angels that visited a guy called Lot, and Lot wanted, and he let them into his house, and then his entire village got angry and was like, no, let them hand the angels out to us. And he was like, no, you're just gonna harm them. I don't want you to do that. And then he just offered, here, take my 2 daughters instead. It's literally just read it yourself. Read it yourself if you don't believe it. But I don't remember who it was.
Why is there a random vertical container? You live there now. I swear to God, I'm legit employed as a graphics designer.
By the way, Terrence is not joking. As far as I can tell, he literally, actually, unironically works as a graphics designer. No memes. Just...
No memes.
I don't know why he's not fired. Don't ask.
No memes, just foreskin, okay?
Okay, so we don't remember who it was, but there was some guy who basically, I don't know if he was outcast or something, but he left with his 2 daughters, so they lived in the mountains for a while, and then the daughters realized, wait, there is no fertile man in the land that can breed us.
Oh, wait, that was Lot. Yeah, that was Lot.
No, was that Lot?
Yeah, younger daughter and elder daughter was never named.
Whatever, okay, apparently it was Lot. And then they were like, okay, let us inebriate our daddy and let him enter into us. By the way, entering into someone is Bible speak for either going to someone and talking to them or entering into someone. That was the first 2 times it was mentioned. That was literally entering into their wife and the likes. So yeah, sometimes it means sex, sometimes it just means talking. Don't ask. And yes, then the first night, the elder daughter had sex with her dad. And then the morning, she came out of the tent and
do you remember that they got him drunk first, so you couldn't recognize them?
Yes. Oh yeah, they got him so drunk that he didn't even realize what was going on, even the morning after. And then the morning after, the elder daughter came out of the tent and just bragged to her younger daughter, basically, I had sex with my daddy. And then the next night, the younger daughter was up, and then she did the same, and incest! Because Bible.
Yes.
You cannot make this up. Yes, a very entertaining book, would recommend. So, we got a little sidetracked. Where were we?
We are slowly getting to the end.
Intercourse
I was
is a very
hoping we'd
versatile
get there
word.
much sooner. I had places to go and things to be.
No, you don't. You have to be here so I can continue making infinite amounts of money and build my religion.
Literally start a cult. Just slightly rewrite the Bible. Can I copy your homework? Sure.
Can we let people go already?
No.
No?
Never.
How much are you willing to pay? Okay, so...
Of course you can leave.
So
For
Terrace,
a prize.
did you do your job now? Did you add the 430 years that the sons of Jacob, aka Israel, spent in Egypt? Also, in case you didn't know, Tanker, sometimes Skydus is just like, I don't like your name, I'm gonna rename you. And sometimes they're like, okay. And sometimes they're like, yeah, I'll stick with my name. And sometimes they're like, okay, sometimes I'll use my new name and sometimes I'll use my old name. And it gets very confusing. No, Sarai was renamed to Sarah. Okay. Abram was renamed to Abraham. Okay. Jacob was renamed to Israel.
And then they still called him Jacob.
And then they called him Jacob for like the next 2 or 3 chapters, and then sometimes it was Israel, and then sometimes it was Jacob.
They called him Jacob and Israel, like two things in the same sentence.
The Bible is very well written. Okay, so 430 years in Egypt. The offspring of Jacob. So basically, all of these people spent 430 years in total in Egypt. Having been completed, on the same day, all the army of the Lord departed from the land of Egypt. This night is a worthy observance of the Lord when he led them out of the land of Egypt. Like how it's just pointed out to the reader now. This night is a worthy observance, as if like you should see it. Make sure you don't. Oh wait, it's already passed. Well, sucks to be you. This all the sons of Israel must observe in their generations. Yeah, they are literally being led out of the land, how would they not observe it? Like, they are... If you're marching somewhere, you would observe where you're going, unless you're literally closing your eyes. You did it again.
I'll stop streaming for now. I think my Discord is not happy. It just turned off for no reason.
And the Lord said to Moses and to double Aaron, "This is the religious observer of the Passover. No foreigner shall eat from it." Wait, what? Eat from what?
Consume.
But every bought servant shall be circumcised, so he may eat from it. From what? What are we talking about? Did I miss something? Literally, what's the context? They baked the bread. They made unleavened bread. And they remained there. And they left. What the fuck are they? What is the context? What am I missing? Or is this just... The newcomer and the hired hand shall not eat from it. In one house it shall be eaten. You shall not carry its flesh outside, nor shall you break its bone. The entire assembly of the sons of Israel shall do that. Shall do this. I literally don't understand what we're talking about. This is the religious observance of the Passover. No foreigner shall eat from it. Can you look up some of the alternative translations? Maybe eat was like
1243.
Yes.
Which one?
1243 and onwards. Maybe it was like a different word and was like no foreigner should enjoy this.
Dry mouth, nausea, vomiting, water retention, painful rectolage, hallucination, dementia, psychosis, coma, death, and halitosis. Guidance is not for everyone. Consult your doctor before subscribing.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to B0 by 539.
This stream will soon be in sub-only mode. Thank you. All the riches.
Yeah, no foreigner may eat it.
Eat from what? I literally don't understand.
Yeah, the Passover meal. They can't eat the Passover meal.
This is the religious observance of the Passover. Like, what observance? Like, okay, so they have their special diet. That's what they're referring to as Passover. Yeah, I guess that was mentioned. Okay. But this is the religious observance? So does that mean religious observance as in, yo, this is Skytus, I'm watching you. Because he is by definition religious and he's observing? What? Eat from the food that they eat on Passover. Yeah, but what's the observance part about? Okay, but so only the pure Israelites should eat from it.
Yeah, that's one.
And every servant should be circumcised, and then he can eat? The newcomer and the hired hand? I don't know if that's like a general term or if they're referring to one specific person.
Temporary resident or a hired worker may not eat it.
In one house it shall be eaten, shall not carry its flesh outside. Oh yeah, okay, so that's like, you have to eat it in one house. You can't go to another house. That's what it means. I thought it was like, you can only eat in one house and nowhere else. No, this the ritual has to take place in one house, not, you can't do your ritual in multiple houses. Nor shall you break its bone. Wait, that's also part, that was not mentioned. You're not allowed to break its, I'm assuming that's the goat? No, wait, the goat was, this is after the Passover. They're already let out, so which bone?
Which one are you? Or what?
I'm wondering what its bone is referring to. Like, whose bone shall you not break? At first I thought it was the goat, but they already moved out of Egypt at this point, as far as I can understand.
Of whatever they're eating?
Yes, but...
must be eaten, take none of the meat outside of the house, and do not break any of the bones.
Yeah, sure, I guess they're eating some various meat. I mean, I guess they no longer have restrictions on it, so whatever they're eating, just don't break bones.
Yes.
Passover instructions. Yes, Bona. Oh, Kappa Claus. Good evening. Well, I guess night at this point. The entire assembly of the sons of Israel shall do this. And if any sojourner will be willing to cross over into your settlement and to keep the Passover of the Lord, all his males shall first be circumcised, and then he shall celebrate the rite. I mean, yeah, that's... For some reason, Skytus has some kind of circumcision fetish, so if you want to join the cult of Skytus, you have to be circumcised. That's like rule number 1.
He's just collecting the foreskin to make a tent.
You know what? He's just collecting them and just sewing them together to make like a foreskin cloak. It'd be like the ultimate supervillain and be like, I tricked all of these people into willingly giving me their foreskin. And then just like does a vanishing move, just throws the cape over his face and then just disappears.
Is his like superhero name gonna be Lord Foreskin?
Maybe. Maybe it's Lord Foreskin.
No.
No, it would be Count Foreskin. Because you should count them. Even you getting caught in this depravity. Excuse me? I brought chips. Good.
Crunchy.
Crunchy snack.
That's another chewy instead.
And he shall be just like a native of the land. But if any man is not circumcised, he shall not eat from it. The law shall be the same for the native born and for the settler who sojourns with you. And all the sons of Israel did just as the Lord had instructed Moses and double Aaron.
They should add an auto-circumcision patch. So when you eat the food, your foreskin just falls off on its own.
Are you okay, Terrace?
No. Oh, I'm tired. And I've had alcohol.
Are you sufficiently inebriated? Can we commence with the ritual? And on the same day the Lord led the sons of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their companies. Congratulations, Terrace, you made it through another therapy session.
That's this what this is. Oh, fuck. I've been tricked again.
This is an intervention.
Fuck, not again.
Nah, just kidding. I've just come for your foreskin.
Oh.
The time 22:36. Okay, I have a question actually now. You just gave me an idea. So, circumcision would be the removal of your foreskin, right?
Yeah, sure.
Can you stitch it back on afterwards?
Yeah. Oh my god, just make like a clip-on a Velcro removable one.
Wait. Do you know these pants that are like, they're long trousers, but you have a zipper and you can also convert them to short pants?
No. Yeah.
Like the zipper pants or whatever they're called in English?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Oh my god, just go visit your fucking Hebrew friend for a dinner and then come back home with your foreskin. You just eat the food, stitch it back on, and as you're staring at him, like, checkmate.
You know the gesture that many people make when they're like, you're gonna be dead, where they just go along the throat and like, when you're about to circumcise someone, you just take the zipper of your pants. You just let them know that they're in for a circumcision.
Oh my god, so does that mean that every town has like a circumcision booth?
I mean, would look pretty, but a good enough surgeon has to be linked. I'm
scared to click it now.
I'm also scared.
Seeing
Good thing this does not show on stream.
Oh yeah, Sky does also have some good news for you after the stream.
I'll look at this after the stream's over. You have some good news for me after the stream.
Yeah, you're gonna like it. Maybe. Hopefully.
You got fired and now you can work full time for me?
That depends. If you pay me, I will.
Well, I mean, depending on how many subs, if I get a stable revenue of, I mean, I might be able to pay you a few bucks a month. You do good enough work.
Wise.
I'll leave it up to the people if they want this, they want to fund this. I've already sunk enough money into this entire channel. Probably still like several hundreds in the negative. But that's fine. Isn't there a thing with circumcision being ritually done with teeth or something? I think that's just your fetish.
I thought no, but imagine a 99-year-old Abraham going around on all fours, fucking on a fucking chewing screen.
He just comes.
All you hear is just the cries of men and just the chattering of teeth.
No, he just comes back after talking to Skytus and it's like, okay, everybody has to be circumcised. Then he explains it and some people just start screaming and running away. And then some people are like, well, I guess if it has to be, and then they're just willingly accepting it. And then he just goes from house to house and it's like
Skytus. Every man who used the rib skip can just circumcise himself.
It all adds up now.
We've come full circle.
I'm quickly gonna glance over this, but I think I'm scared to read this. Does it actually specify the teeth part somewhere?
Ooh, fuck.
Where does it specify the...
I know, delinked it.
Vast majority of Jewish circumcision ceremonies do not use mitzvah. Some Haredi Jews continue to use it. It has been documented that the practice poses serious risk of spreading herpes to the infant. Proponents maintain that there is no conclusive evidence that links herpes to mitzvah, that attempts to limit this practice infringe on religious freedom. Harris, you're gonna like this. This begins with the ancient message of performing mitzvah or oral suction has become controversial.
Oh no.
I'll just leave it at that. The process has the mohel, a Jew trained in the practice of circumcision, I guess, place his mouth directly on the circumcision wound to draw blood away from the cut. So literally a vampire circumcision. What the fuck? I have two questions. One, why? Two,
yes.
Why do you know that? People were a bad idea. Funny you mentioned that. Skytus once had the idea to eradicate all of them. And then he was like, Noah is chill. I'll let him survive. And all of his offspring, and then people inevitably populated Earth again. But this close to getting rid of them. Distinctly recall a video of a priest performing that on a baby. I think you should just stop sending messages because you might just not be on Twitch much longer if you continue this.
Can I time them out?
At least it's not mainstream. Eesh. I've seen a video. It was looking really bad. You know, there's certain things that you just don't randomly stumble across.
Things you don't find unless you're looking for them.
Things that you might just not even find on the normal, non-dark web.
I think me
That's
right.
police knocking on your door.
FBI, open up!
Not a sexual thing, damn it. Well, for you apparently it is.
You're still biting an infant's knob.
Okay, so pedophile vampire circumcision.
Ooh.
That's what the vampire. That's
And
the
on
noise
that
the vampire
note,
makes when he leaves. You're making this even weirder than it originally is. There's no small feet. I'm sure the infant also has small feet.
I wanna go home. I wanna go somewhere where there isn't tuscitis.
I mean, you said that you had places to be like half an hour ago or something.
Yeah.
And yet you're still here?
Yeah, I think I should change that. Oh, fuck. Oh.
This basically Skype is in a D&D group. Yes, I'm the pedophile vampire of the group. Let's go. You're right, someone's really out to inflict mental damage. Not about laughing anymore. It is always about laughing. It's just a matter of who's laughing. It's always me. But speaking of D&D, now that you mention it, if anybody actually plays D&D, I'd be up for it. But be warned, if you invite me, you're gonna be playing with me. So you better think about that a few times before you decide.
Okay, well, I'm gonna head out.
But I would totally be down to playing.
I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
I'll also send you the good news because it's in regards to D&D, funnily enough.
Okay. Well, feel free. I'll chat with you later probably then, Terrace. Thank you for your assistance.
Oh,
you did pull through at the end.
Pleasure has not been mine.
But I'm sure the circumcised children were also not very pleased with what was happening.
Yeah, but... Alright. I'm a dip.
Yeah. Okay, good. He finally left. Probably better for him. Probably better for all of you to just leave. Is that a front to back Bible read? Hello, Grunkle Man. As far as this covers it, all the 87 pages of this document that I found that was named. I mean, I guess we have our stopping point here. Yes, we are reading this. And we are about halfway through, as you were able to see. Also, hello. Going to be so holy. Anything but that. We have peaked. Certainly a good time to exit. A good time to exit was probably the first time you stepped into the stream. We're being honest. A brick of the finest Swiss. This, the Bible is certainly something. We can definitely assess that. Or at least one way of putting it. Yeah. Hold on. Give me just a moment. Just checking Terrace's mess. Oh, that's amazing. Let me check. When do I have to get up tomorrow? Do I have time? Thinking I might actually keep going with something else. I'm not sure. I gotta check a few messages. Actually, you know what? We'll just add some suspense. I gotta take a toilet break anyway. I need to refill my cup. And then I'll figure out. And I gotta read a few messages because I gotta check when I have to leave tomorrow. So then I'll have to decide when I go to bed. But basically, yeah, I'll be
Back in a moment. What? Never. I will not leave until spawn angel wings and blast into the pearly necklace gates. Oh boy, you are in for a treat then. The stream is a bit like the dunking test for witches. If you don't bounce off the surface, your soul is. Good point.